By the 7th of April 2004, thanks to careful planning and good weather, 3 huge pieces of fuselage are nearly at the factory where they'll be joined together. All the components made it safely to Pauillac, up the River Garonne and past the city of Bordeaux. Now comes the last leg, 152 miles by road to Toulouse. Loaded onto specially built trailers, the parts have spent the last 2 nights crawling through the French countryside, on roads closed off by the police. Although the end seems in sight, the biggest challenge lies ahead. 2 miles away lies the small village of Levignac. This is the narrowest point on the entire journey. According to calculations, the fuselage will only just squeeze past the houses with centimetres to spare. The event has attracted massive public interest and the police are taking crowd control very seriously. Daniel Boutonnet is the man who has to keep this huge show on the road.
I'm confident, I'm not anxious, but for me I would prefer to be 3 hours in the future.
If the calculations are wrong, the consequences are unthinkable. As they enter Levignac, the police are worried and progress is painfully slow. Now the moment of truth. Will the 7-metre wide fuselage fit through the gap?
This is the narrowest espace for the streets for all crossing Levignac. Yes, it's really in here, in this place where we are.
There's just 50 centimetres between the 30-ton fuselage section and the villagers' homes.
We are crazy.
While some enjoy the spectacle, others are not so happy at the disruption.
Voilà ce qu'on nous amène dans les vallées. Voilà, était un petit village tranquille, voilà.
This is no one-off event. When the plane hits full production, these convoys will be passing through once a week. With Levignac successfully navigated, the last 11 miles are relatively easy. At last, after travelling by ship, barge and lorry, the lights of the final assembly line are in sight. Although it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, there are several hundred people waiting outside the massive new factory. Among them is Charles Champignon, here to witness a significant step forward. The delivery papers are signed, and now Charles and his team are ready to tackle the next phase of this enormous project.
For some people it's like a relief because they've delivered the final assembly line, they've done the factory, they've demonstrated the transport system. But for us guys, we are looking at the next steps: integration, first flight, then flight test phase, and then deliveries to the customers.
The work has only just begun. By May the 27th, 2004, the process of joining the plane together can begin inside the huge new factory. The plane's aerodynamic efficiency relies on it being accurately assembled, quite a task when dealing with such large parts. Supervising this difficult phase is Gilles Cormier.
We need to be very, very accurate. We have to be sure that the shape of the aircraft is in line with the specification, and that the geometry of the aircraft is good, and to avoid twist fuselage or twist wings. And the performance of the aircraft depends on this shape.
Ensuring that the three body sections of this 73-metre giant are brought together in a perfectly straight line requires massive tools, the latest technology, and lots of patience.
I feel very confident now, even if it's difficult, because we have put in place a very accurate systems.
The key to success lies in the use of lasers. Invisible beams scan the sections of the fuselage, and the light is reflected by mirrors mounted on the approaching components. From these reflections, a computer can work out the exact relative positions of the parts, ensuring perfect alignment. Once positioned, the fuselage shells are brought together very, very slowly. Each turn on the dial brings the massive parts a millimetre closer together. On the left, a part made in Germany. On the right, one made in France. The last stage of their 1,200-mile journey. The clearance is so tight, metal shoehorns are needed to ease one shell over the other. But it's a perfect fit. The final joining together of an elaborate European jigsaw puzzle. Soon the sales team will have a real plane to show to their customers. But the question is, will the airlines like it?
Thank you.
It's now the 23rd of July 2004, and for Chief Commercial Officer John Leahy, the pressure is mounting. Leahy needs 250 firm orders for the project to break even. So far, he has 139. Today, Qantas Airways, who have ordered no less than 12 aircraft purely on the strength of Airbus's promises, are coming for a tour to see if they've spent their £1.8 billion wisely.
We're going to go out and greet them? Yeah. Okay, well, where's Chris?
Is that time?
Are they going to get about a 10-minute warning or something on the bus? It has to go smoothly. But this is one of our best customers, one of our bigger customers now for the 380 program, and we want to make sure that they're happy, that they get the answers from us that they want, and they go away with a good impression. You can imagine what would happen if they came here and said, oh my heavens, the A380 isn't what we thought it would be. In front of their entire board, that could be devastating.
It's also an important day at the factory, as the first wing is about to be mounted. Despite the use of computer-aided design, teething troubles are inevitable with the prototype, and some minor work is needed on the fittings for the joint. Project leader Eddie Davis has to respond quickly to this kind of challenge.
It can happen with new aircraft. This is a last-minute job that we've had to come up today. We didn't know that the fittings weren't to the right standard, so now the guys are reworking them.
Once again, accuracy is vital. The slightest error in the angle at which the wing meets the fuselage could have a drastic effect on the handling of the plane, and critically, its fuel economy. With so many sales resting on the performance of this machine, it's a job that cannot be rushed.
C'est une phase où on va y arriver en une fois, quoi. Il faut y aller tout doucement, petit à petit, par les mouvements pour y arriver. Après, il y aura juste en position finale pour ajuster les angles de la voilure pour avoir le bon aérodynamique en vol. Là, les performances de l'avion dépendent de ce réglage, oui, tout à fait.
Again, the laser positioning system ensures the wing is in the right place and at the right angle. But after a whole day of careful work, another small problem appears. Some large bolts have been left attached to the wing.
We must remove this one for finish the junction of the wing.
A quick phone call to check that it's okay to remove them, and now the wing can be safely joined to the fuselage.